Abundance is a choice. That's the title of a message I received from Wilhelm last year on June 26th of 2023. So I'm going to talk about it because I want you to choose that for yourself. I'm going to show you the message first. And it's this. Abundance is a choice. You each make those choices as you move through your physical life experience, and you will find the road to its attainment is always within you. Your definition of abundance may be quite different than anyone else, but you are the one who must own yours. We know that what is within you to bring forth will shift the amount of that abundance you experience in your life. And because you are living during the restructuring of your world, your contribution could be enormous. We gave you a message on this date in 2012 that might not have made as much sense to you as it will now. You are continually evolving and expanding, and so are your awareness and ability to implement new wisdom so you might do the same for others. This is the role you each play in the evolution of your planet. A new definition of abundance can help you immensely. When you think of abundance as the appearance of or existence of anything physical in unlimited amounts, you understand reality significantly. There is never a lack of anything physical, and you are a part of everything physical. Now, with this in mind, you will understand that whenever you experience a lack of something that you desire, it is not that the supply is diminished, it is you who has kept it from you. You would do well then to seek to know the reasons why. It might often be of your own doing or a higher good. It is up to you to know the difference. That is also the process of expansion. In 1989, when I started writing Wilhelm, I didn't want to tell you. I wasn't going to tell anyone. It was so different for me because that's not who I was. I was not the guy who was going to be doing some kind of stuff like this. So I kept it hidden for 20 years. I went through every horrible imaginable thing in my life, but still I I thrived because I was doing this. But I had this embarrassment almost that I can't tell people what I'm doing. How am I going to be judged? When you are creating something new, and I know that's what I've done, um, I, I I've created something that can heal anyone's life. I mean, I know I've done it, and that can change you and cause you to own yourself. But I couldn't tell you how I did it. This morning, I put out something though. I was guided to put out messages that I've received over 35 years, and when you read them, they make sense because we know the only thing that we are using to direct our lives is our consciousness. That consciousness is always limited. It's something that's either ingrained in us or taught to us that we don't allow it to happen. Then we start to understand that everything is energy. Money is energy. So if we don't have it, that means we're not allowing that energy to come to us because we're holding back who we are. I work with people all the time and I know this. But for me, I really held back simply because it was too different. How could this have possibly happened? I go to the doctor and they said, "How are you healing? How is this happening?" I said, I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want them to call me out. I didn't want to have to go out and tell people how I did it because I would be judged in some way. And so when you're not owning who you are, then you suffer. And that's what I've been doing. Because, see, I put out work. I said, okay, I finally have to do something. I did that in 2021. But then I didn't charge enough for it because I said I couldn't own this. And so I couldn't do more work. I couldn't get the people that I needed to finish everything. And then I had all these other people coming to me and saying, Roger, you should be charging so much more. My brain said, no, I can't do that for two reasons. One, I have this horrible, it's not horrible, it's just a habit that I think I can just help everyone. I'm just going to do everything for everyone. Done it my entire life. And also, I didn't want to tell you who I was. I mean, I've used things. I called myself the reluctant mystic. I've done all of that. And then I'm very introverted. So I was never going to go out and tell people. I don't reach people online. I don't go out. I don't hang out in groups. I don't do any of that. I'm just sitting around performing miracles and not telling anyone. I don't want anyone to do that. When we come into the world, we're supposed to develop something new. It's something that's within each person. We don't know what it's going to be, but everybody has something. I've seen it so many times. I've worked with people for so many years. So I know that because it's always more, it's always evolving. No matter how old you are, you could come up with something so brilliant, but because you're not going to own yourself, you're not going to believe yourself, you're not going to have the life, the abundance, or anything that you want. That's why I take people through this thing of understanding where they might have blocked themselves or not had anything. But still, the thing that was deep within me was the disbelief of how I had done it. You might have that too in some areas. Who knows what you were supposed to create? Who knows what you were supposed to bring to the world? There is no difference in a human other than the way we think and the programming that we've had in our consciousness or in our lineage, whatever it might be. It's just energetic programming. And because my entire life was just so different and weird, I couldn't tell you. And I'm sitting here now, and I said, wait a minute, I have the most valuable thing that anyone could want. Because what happens is you start to own yourself, you start to love who you are, you heal. Everybody might not do that, but I did it. So why wouldn't you? Why couldn't you? If I were to give everyone the information of the that I had received. I did some today when I put out that thing. I put out several things or over the years. I would receive information and it would make sense. And then we don't understand consciousness all the time either. And so that's the problem because ours is going to expand in different ways. It's not going to look like anybody else. But abundance is a choice. And the choice is when you decide that you're going to own whoever you become. See, because it's never formed. I've done all sorts of things in my life. This was not the one I thought where I was going to end up. But I knew that I had to change. In 2017, I sold my business. I sold my coaching business because I said I've got to go in a different direction because I know I have something that's far more valuable for people. But to tell you how I had done that was really challenging. And then I wasted so much time not telling the complete story to everyone because I said, they're not going to believe this. Even when you read the thing I put out today that was put together, it's kind of hard to believe because it was connected in history. It was connected all the way through. That's what happened. So abundance is a choice. And when you choose yourself, you will become abundant. See you soon.